Hey, have you ever just all of a sudden decided you need to get organized? That's it. This weekend, I'm finally going to get organized. Everything. You buy the storage bins, you pull everything out, you make a huge mess, you work for hours. Of course, it doesn't look like you worked for hours. A few weeks later, everything seems to be right back where it started. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And today I want to explain why. I'm Carrie Fullerton with Fullerton Professional Organizing. And one of the biggest myths in the organizing world is that getting organized starts with decluttering. Now, hear me out before, all of my listeners start freaking out. Decluttering is important. I want to emphasize decluttering is important, but it isn't the first thing I think about when I walk into a client's home. The first thing I look for is understanding. How does this family live? What are the daily routines? And where are the bottlenecks? What's causing the biggest frustration? Where do they lose their momentum, their time, their productivity? What systems are they using currently? What is working? What systems are working and what is not working? Because if we don't understand those questions first, we'll probably organize it the wrong way. Remember, I try to organize things for my clients, not for me. I have two teeny little drawers, about 4x4, that I have makeup in. That's it. But other people have a whole drawer full of makeup. Some people have a whole room for makeup. So, a professional organizer isn't about making a house look beautiful for one afternoon. It's about designing a home that supports everyday life for that person, that family. Now, of course, not every single person in that family functions the same. So the organization has to work for everyone in the home. It's about designing a home that supports everyday life, their everyday life, not mine. Think about it this way. Imagine building a house. You wouldn't start by decorating the living room before pouring the foundation. The same is true with the organization. The foundation comes first. Then everything else has a place to build from. I've worked with busy families, seniors preparing to downsize, small business owners, people with ADHD, and every single one has different needs. There is no one-size-fits-all organizing system. That's why copying what you see on social media or TV often leads to disappointment, like the rainbow refrigerator. That may work for some, but it doesn't work for everyone. So those pictures show the result. They rarely show the thinking behind the system. That's where a professional organizer brings value. We don't just organize belongings. We organize life around the people living in the home. Now, sometimes the answer isn't buying more storage. Sometimes it's simplifying routines. Sometimes it's relocating everyday items. It's got to be as easy to put away as it is to leave out, and it's got to be easy to use without everything falling down around it. Sometimes it's changing the flow of a room. Coffee maker, easier to fill next to the sink. Sometimes it's letting go of unrealistic expectations. I'm going to lose 1,000 pounds in a week. The goal is never perfection. The goal is creating a home that's easier to live in. Now, here's another important truth. Organization is about making decisions once instead of making the same decision every day. For example, my husband does his laundry every Sunday. I do my laundry every Monday. I don't have to think about it. It's just what we do. When everything has a logical home, when your routines support your lifestyle, when your spaces match how you actually live, life becomes a little bit simpler. You spend less time searching less time cleaning, and face it, less mental energy trying to remember where things go and, what day I'm going to do this and when. You gain more peace, more confidence, and that brings more freedom. It's about reducing stress, saving time, and helping you focus on the people and priorities that matter most. What matters most in your life? For me, it's spending less time doing all the cleaning and cooking and spending more time with my family. Why have a home while everybody else is enjoying the home, but you're stuck doing all the things that you procrastinated? So maybe we simply just need better strategies. That's exactly what a professional organizer provides. We help you see what you can't easily see when you're living in the middle of a problem. And if you've ever wondered what makes a great professional organizer, here's a little secret. It's not being naturally organized, because I am not naturally organized. I did a lot of studying and a lot of book reading and a lot of YouTubing to get where I am today over 36 years of marriage. I started on first day I was married. Well, maybe not exactly the first day. You get through the honeymoon phase, right? Went to the library and I studied. I didn't even know I was going to become a professional organizer. I studied just so that I could be a better wife, and have a better home and learn how to run it all. So it's learning how to understand people and be a problem solver and build simple systems that last. And that's what I'll continue teaching here on this channel and when I go into people's homes. If you're thinking about becoming a professional organizer, be sure to subscribe. I'll be sharing what this profession is really like and how to build a successful organizing business and the lessons I've learned working with clients over the years. And yes, even after studying for 36 years, I do still learn something from a client. And if you're ready to stop feeling overwhelmed and start creating a home that works for you, I'd be honored to help. I offer both in-home organizing throughout the Rio Grande Valley, right here in the bottom tip of Texas, and virtual organizing for clients anywhere else in the country. If this video encouraged you, please click like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'd love to know, what's the biggest organizing challenge you're facing right now? What place in your home is giving you the most problems and grief and overwhelm and stress? Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Remember, lasting organization isn't about having less stuff necessarily. It's about creating simple systems that support the life you want to live. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.